So y'all remember last video when I said I wasn't going to disappear again? Well, obviously I lied, but I didn't do it on purpose. I genuinely didn't think it was going to take me 2 full weeks just to read this manga. It's only 100 chapters, but I just been like crazy busy in these past 2 weeks, so I didn't really have too much time to read. Anyways, we're back again. Hopefully I don't disappear again. Anyways, let's get on to the manga. I actually chose a crazy time to read this because the second season is literally going to start in a few weeks. So the manga starts off introducing us to our MC. His name is Gojo, and no, not the from JJK. Instead of fighting curses, this one is just obsessed with dolls, which is a totally normal hobby because this is a judgment-free zone. Anyways, one day after school, Gojo decided to go into the crafts room to make some clothing for his dolls. Perfectly normal thing to do. But then out of nowhere, this girl just walked in on him. Off instinct, Gojo just assumed this girl was gonna make fun of him because why is he a grown dude playing with dolls? Well, not grown because they're in school, but you know what I'm trying to say. Honestly, I said this a long time ago when I first watched the anime. Gojo looks like a full-grown nigga to me. He looks a little younger in the manga, but just look at the anime. I swear he looks like he's in his mid-30s. My bad, I got off track like usual. Anyways, he just got caught messing with dolls, so he thinks he's finna get embarrassed. But it actually turns out to be on the contrast. She was quite impressed by the fact that he knew how to use a sewing machine. She was so impressed that she actually ended up asking him to make clothing for her because she likes to cosplay. This girl's name is Marin, by the way. Now, let me just say one thing about this Marin girl. She is stupidly straightforward. Like, she has no filter whatsoever. Anyways, right there, I kind of just laid out the foundation of this whole series. He makes her cosplays and she wears them. They're just friends with hobbies that align with each other. I say they hobbies align, but it's really Gojo putting in most of the work here. I won't lie to you. He makes the clothing, accessories, and does her makeup and hair. She kind of just shows up to look pretty and keeps it pushing. I'm not throwing no shade. They in a cool mutual friendship, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. That friendship ain't gonna last too long. When I said Marin was straightforward, I was dead ass. After only 15 chapters, and she was already able to realize that she had feelings for Gojo. Usually that shit takes a good 80 to 200 chapters for any other romance, but she got that shit down within the first book. Me personally, I like a slow burn as much as the next guy, but a little haste here and there ain't never been an issue. Now, I might be hyping her up too much because she don't actually do a single thing with these feelings, but you know, it's still a good start. At least she knows what she wants, and she's not gonna pull that stupid cliche every romance has where the girl just acting like they don't know what love is. Now, if you already know me, every time we get to slice of life like this, I'm finna be jumping forward a lot because there's really not too much to talk about when all they doing is just hanging out most of the time. But real quick though, I just want to take a moment to appreciate the character dynamics here. Usually when I read or watch a romance series, my favorite part is actually not the romance, but the more casual interactions between the characters. I mean, don't get it wrong, I still enjoy the romance aspect of romance, otherwise I wouldn't be watching them, but it's just the minimal dialogue I enjoy the most, especially when it's funny. I got off track again, but let's jump 62 chapters forward. Now on chapter 15, Marin figured out that she liked Gojo, but now we're a good 60 chapters later and she still has yet to confess to him. And I mean, I guess it's acceptable. She's just scared of getting rejected and losing a friend, so I can't really blame her for nothing. It's not like I didn't expect this shit to drag out anyways. But just now, 60 chapters later, she actually ends up deciding she wants to tell him how she feels after they do their next cosplay. I told you she was straightforward. I wasn't lying. It just took her 60 chapters to get to it, which isn't horrible timing. I've seen longer. But you know, instead of proceeding with the romance between our two main characters, just before it started to get into the good part, we just get an arc out of nowhere for some side characters. And I don't want to be that guy because I like this series, but I really don't give a fuck about the side characters in this whole thing. Just keeping it a bean. I mean, they cool, I guess. They ain't never did nothing like to make me hate them, but they ain't never really do anything to make me like them. I won't trip because this shit only lasted a few chapters, but it gave me the same feeling of when you get an ad right in the middle of the good part. Anyways, after the ad break, the time came for the faded cosplay. You know, the one where she said she's going to confess to him after. I kind of went on another rant, so you might have forgot already. Little side note though, I know I'm going off topic a lot, but I just wanted to say this photo shoot they had for this cosplay was tough. I can't even lie to you, this author be making some cool ass panels. Back to the photo shoot though. Sadly, she ended up not confessing to him after the cosplay was done. Not because she was scared and she backed down, but she really couldn't find the moment to. After doing the photo shoot, they was just chilling, talking about what they could possibly do next for a cosplay. And pretty much as soon as Gojo seen who she wanted to cosplay, he kind of just locked in out of nowhere. And he was dead set on doing this shit. Like he got to it immediately after. He really didn't give her any time to do anything. And you know, I wasn't even mad that the confession got delayed. I understand why Gojo had to lock in, because the character she's finna cosplay looks cool as shit. Honestly, shout out to the author of the manga. They really didn't have to do this, but every time they do a cosplay, they actually like go in depth with it. Like they actually make up stories for each character that she cosplays. You really didn't have to do that. Y'all could have just thrown a name, told her put on an outfit and kept it pushing, but y'all gave depth to these random nobody characters that are fictional, and it kind of just made the cosplays 10 times better. This character right here she's trying to cosplay is called Haniel, and she's kind of just like a fucked up version of Cupid. It doesn't really matter what she is though, she looked cool as hell, I can't lie. Speaking of cool shit, this boy Gojo was locked in, and for like 10 chapters straight, bro was moving on some mysterious shit. I mean, look at this nigga. Who does he think he is right here? But I really can't hate because bro cooked. I mean, this was easily the best cosplay he's made in this whole series. He had Marin looking just as cool as the real Haniel. I guess all that aura farming shit paid off, because I can't lie, this shit is tight. But you know, that whole cool guy act kind of backfired on Gojo. He actually did so well on this cosplay, just looking at her made him think he isn't even deserving to stand next to her. I mean, she actually had the creator of the series himself being spooked by how good her cosplay was. But for some reason, after seeing all this success, Gojo is just starting to be a little distant towards her. You already know it's the usual insecure MC type shit. And obviously Marin started noticing this shit herself. But for now, she's just gonna act like ain't shit wrong. But at the same time, we're kind of like almost at the end, so you already know some shit's gonna start falling apart pretty quick. You probably already forgot it, but at the start I mentioned that Gojo makes dolls as a hobby. Well, actually, before meeting Marin, Gojo was locked in on becoming a professional Hina doll maker. There's actually a name for it, but I don't remember it. But basically, to do that, it takes a lot of time and practice, time that he doesn't really have anymore since he's making cosplays for her. And I guess these facts just kind of hit her out of nowhere. So now she's starting to be distant as well, because she feels like she's stopping him from achieving his dreams and shit. So now we just got this moment where our two main characters are kind of avoiding each other because they feel like they're fucking each other over. And honestly, it's just depressing. Now, Gojo actually got over his shit real quick. He kind of just got the cliche motivational speech from an old dude, and he was right back on it. He went straight to Marin, asking about what they trying to do next. But then out of nowhere, she just told him she wants to stop doing the cosplays. Obviously, because she knows it's taking up his time and shit. But you know, instead of letting this sad shit drag on, you know what my boy Gojo does? He confesses to her right then and there. Let's just give a quick round of applause for my guy right here. Let's just say I was proud of him right here. A lot of MCs will let this depressing little arc drag out a little bit and then come to the conclusion a good 10 chapters later. But my boy just shot for it while the oven was still hot. That is not how this saying goes, but you know what I'm trying to say. And shit, y'all already know how Marin feels. She quickly accepted that confession. It was a full fucking mood switch. Literally like 4 pages ago, you would think she hated bro's guts. I mean, we know what's really up, but she was talking to bro a little crazy, I can't lie. But we all good now, I guess. Honestly, scratch that. We more than good. They take no hesitation and they get straight to the lovey-dovey crap. Honestly though, a part of me wishes they kind of did this shit a good like 20 chapters earlier though, because after they got together, we only had like 5 more chapters left. Like we barely got any moments of them while they were dating. But they did get married in the last chapter, so you know, I can't fully hate. Honestly, I actually really like this series. Not as a romance though. I mean, the romance romance is good too, don't get it twisted. But stories like this, when there's characters who are like passionate about their hobbies and shit, I really like those. There's this other series that I really like that's called Keep Your Hands Off Izuken, and basically it's just about this group of girls that make anime. It's real simple, but just seeing people being passionate about doing shit they like makes me want to work harder. I mean shit, this series right here got me wanting to cosplay too. Let me get shredded right quick and I'm finna pop out crazy, trust. As a whole though, I really do enjoy this series, even though I kinda enjoy all the other aspects over the romance. Not the side characters though, it's still fuck them, I don't care for them. No hate though.